Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H reacts to WWE Hall of Famers major announcement. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H recently shared a social media update, reacting to a Hall of Famers major announcement. The name in question is former World Champion Kane. The real-life Glenn Jacobs is currently serving his second term as the mayor of Knox County. Kane recently announced he will be teaming up with Mission of Hope and Knoxville Wholesale Furniture to help the victims of the recent flooding in Tennessee with a canned food and bottled water drive. Triple H took to his Twitter account earlier today to reshare the Big Red Machine's post regarding the drive. He also posted a link to a disaster relief fund's website explaining how one could make a donation and help the people affected by the natural disaster. Triple H introduced the World Heavyweight Championship in April 2023. Seth Rollins became the inaugural champion, defeating AJ Styles at WWE Night of Champions. The title is currently held by Gunther, who defeated Damian Priest to clinch the gold at SummerSlam. Speaking on the Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word podcast, Jonathan Coachman claimed he was praying for WWE to drop the coveted title. He vouched for a single world championship for both brands. The veteran believed the wrestling promotion would eventually do it. The current champion, Gunther, is set to defend the title against Sami Zayn next week on Raw. The latter defeated the Ring General at WrestleMania XL to end his historic Intercontinental Championship reign. It remains to be seen whether the former Bloodline member can repeat history and dethrone the Imperium leader. In the world of WWE, every announcement from a Hall of Famer is bound to stir excitement and speculation. When a legendary figure steps back into the spotlight, it's a call to fans both new and old to reminisce and look forward to what's next. Imagine a scenario where a WWE Hall of Famer, say, someone like The Rock, Shawn Michaels, or even the iconic Stone Cold Steve Austin, makes a groundbreaking announcement. In this case, we'll explore how Triple H, WWE's Chief Content Officer and a legend in his own right, might react to such a moment, giving the storyline an additional layer of authenticity and drama. It all begins with an unusual teaser posted across WWE's social media channels. The video is simple, showing glimpses of classic matches, historical moments, and a haunting message. A WWE Hall of Famer returns to the ring. One more time. Fans are instantly abuzz, flooding the comments with guesses about who it could be. Could it be The Rock returning to challenge Roman Reigns for his head of the table claim? Or could it be Shawn Michaels, Triple H's best friend, stepping out of retirement for one last showdown? The teaser continues for days, heightening the anticipation. Finally, the announcement is made. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is ready to return for one last match at WrestleMania, in the heart of Texas, no less. This announcement sends shockwaves through the WWE universe, as the prospect of Austin lacing up his boots again promises a showdown for the ages. As a lifelong friend and rival of Austin, Triple H's reaction is bound to be complex and deeply emotional. WWE could stage a segment where Triple H, speaking both as WWE's Chief Content Officer and as a fellow Hall of Famer, addresses Austin's announcement on Raw. Triple H, known for his stoic demeanor and leadership role, would likely be reserved but proud as he speaks. Standing in the ring, microphone in hand, Triple H's words would be carefully chosen. There are only a few names in this industry that transcend what we do in this ring. Names that represent not just wrestling, but a way of life. Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of those names. Steve has given everything to this business, to each of you, and to anyone who ever believed in breaking the rules and raising hell. The crowd would break into a "what?" chant, echoing Austin's classic style, and Triple H would pause, letting the moment sink in. So when I say it's an honor for WWE to be a part of this moment, he continues, I mean that. Steve, if you're listening, I know the WWE Universe is ready, and I am too. With this brief but powerful reaction, Triple H would acknowledge Austin's legacy and showed his excitement as both a leader and a fan of wrestling. Yet this announcement opens doors for potential storylines that could make Austin's return a WrestleMania moment no one will ever forget. Every WWE storyline shines brightest when there's an emotional core. So why would Austin, a Hall of Famer and retired legend, decide to return for one final match? WWE could weave a storyline where Austin addresses the why of his return. In a candid sit-down interview with Triple H, Austin might reveal that he's returning not out of ego, but out of gratitude. He's been reflecting on his career, his impact, and what he still wants to say to the fans. Perhaps he even alludes to the fact that he wants to end his career on his own terms, going out with one last classic bout. Hell Hunter, Austin could say, leaning back in his chair. A man gets to thinking after a while. This business, it's like a family you can't ever leave. And I'll be damned if I'm done with that family. The conversation would be lighthearted but filled with respect, as Triple H nods and laughs at Austin's words, knowing exactly what it means to have the wrestling bug still biting. By giving fans insight into Austin's motivation, WWE would add an emotional depth to the storyline, making his return even more meaningful. The next logical question arises. What role will Triple H play in Austin's comeback? As the head of WWE's creative team, Triple H might initially be seen as Austin's ally, supporting his decision to return and ensuring his match is booked for WrestleMania. However, the unpredictable nature of WWE storytelling could take this a step further, leading to speculation about Triple H becoming Austin's opponent for the night. Imagine the tension rising in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, with fans calling out for Triple H to step into the ring one last time against his old nemesis. The history between Triple H and Austin is storied, dating back to their days in the Attitude Era. Fans still remember their infamous two-man power trip alliance and their brutal matches, including a career-defining match at No Way Out 2001. Reigniting this rivalry could create a perfect send-off, allowing two legends to clash one last time. One night on Raw, Austin could call out Triple H, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, he'd like to see if Triple H still has what it takes. "I know you're the man in the suit now," Austin could taunt, smirking as the crowd chants, "One more match." "But I wonder if you still got that fire in your belly, Hunter. You and me, one more time." The WWE Universe would explode at this challenge, and Triple H's reaction would be priceless. A mix of surprise, amusement, and perhaps a flicker of excitement. At first, he'd decline, citing his role as WWE's chief content officer, but Austin's persistent goading, along with the fans' chants, would eventually sway him. He'd accept the challenge, but with a caveat: stone cold, if we're doing this, we're doing it right. WrestleMania, one last time. This setup would bring the rivalry full circle, showing two aging legends putting their legacy on the line for the sake of competition. The respect between the two would be clear, yet the stakes would be high, promising a match that celebrates everything they've contributed to WWE. Leading up to WrestleMania, WWE could create a series of promos showing Austin and Triple H training for the match, reliving old battles, and recounting their years in the business. WWE could film a series of video packages highlighting iconic moments from both men's careers, showing them overcoming adversity, setting records, and redefining wrestling in their own ways. Interviews with fellow Hall of Famers, legends, and current superstars would add insight into their impact on the industry and the significance of this final showdown. On the night of WrestleMania, the tension in the arena would be electric. Fans would erupt as both Austin and Triple H make their entrances, knowing this match could very well be the last time either of them steps into the ring. As the bell rings, the two legends would give it their all, each move and counter evoking memories of past matches while pushing the intensity to a new level. Throughout the match, both men would tease their classic finishers, with Austin nearly landing a stunner and Triple H setting up for the pedigree. The match would be hard-hitting, filled with the grit and tenacity that defined their careers. In the closing moments, Austin finally hits the stunner, sealing the match and his legendary status in front of a roaring crowd. As they stand in the ring after the bell, the two men would shake hands, acknowledging the journey they shared and the legacy they've built. This moment would be emotional for fans, marking the end of an era and leaving the WWE Universe with a memory they'll cherish forever. Triple H's reaction to Austin's announcement and their eventual showdown would celebrate WWE's rich history while giving both legends a send-off worthy of their status. Fans of all generations would rally behind this story, making it a timeless WrestleMania moment. It's not just a match, it's a tribute to two of WWE's greatest stars and the legacy they leave behind. A final bow for two icons in a place where legends live on forever.